Jeff ended the last session with, whoa, that's
Okay.
weird.
Yeah, that's better.
Jeff ended the last session with, if you invite, what he's heard over the years is if you invite 2 people a day, you will be Royal Diamond in 3 to 5 years. If you invite 2 a day, what I'm going to show you is you can be Royal Diamond way faster than that. Way faster than that. And it's about the skills that Jeff was just sharing with us. Okay, so I know there aren't many analyticals in the room, so there's only a couple of people that are really excited by what's on the screen. I know the controllers, however, can understand numbers, so it'll probably make a little bit of sense. And the supporters and promoters, not so much, into the numbers. So I ask you to get the gist of what's going on here, which is if you invite a certain number of people per day with a certain level of skill, and both those duplicate in your organization, you get a certain check. That's what we're going to be talking about. Okay, and everyone in your organization that duplicates what you do, a certain number of invites a day with a certain level of skill, gets that same check in the same amount of time. Okay. Yesterday, I made another promise that I'm going to deliver on today, which is, what if you role model and your organization follows winning the 2 for the Win contest every month?
Yes.
Right? What if you get 2 new consultants a month who get on auto ship in their first month and follow the rest of the rules of the comp plan? What happens? And what I said to you was, you'll be a millionaire in under a year, and so will they. So I want to show you the numbers behind that. That's where I'm going to start. Then I'll come back to the Royal Diamond, etc. Because in fact, if you're a millionaire in less than a year, do you think you made Royal Diamond in under a year?
Yeah.
Okay. So, what if you got 2 consultants a month that duplicate what you're role modeling, meaning 2 for the Win? You're all winning 2 for the Win promotion. That's why I think this is such a brilliant promotion. It gets to the heart of what actually drives incomes. So what if you were getting 2 consultants per month? And oh, by the way, you and everybody on your team fails miserably in the first month, you get nobody. You're given a month to fail. You're given a month to learn from your failures. And only in the second month going forward do you hit that stride of every month you bring on 2 people that are on $100 auto ship. You're winning the 2 for the Win. You're getting $200 extra in product credit every month because you're bringing on 2 every month. That's the promotion this year. But please, next year when this goes away, do it anyway. It's not about the 200 credit. It's about the million in a year as to why you should bring on 2 people a month on auto ship. And packs and other things. We'll get to there. So if you're bringing on 2 a month, and they in their first month use 100 PV of auto ship and buy a day pack. Ideally they buy more, but the comp plan says there has to be 1 month somewhere, sometime, that they have 500 in their own account. We talked about that yesterday, okay? And we talked about yesterday why you're going to catch much more people if you say, you just buy that as part of getting to your $1 million, as opposed to sell it, because 85% of people will now walk away from you because they don't like to sell, okay? So what if you bring on 2 a month that are 100 auto ship for their first month and buy their day pack, and this model right now is assuming they buy it in their first month. Could be a little bit later. It's got to be before somebody before them, below them goes senior. So you might as well get out of the way because it's coming anyway if you plan to build an income, not to mention you have the products for your health, and you have the products for demos and energy tests and all that kind of stuff, from the day pack. So here's what happens. CB-wise, that's only an 80 and 427 at that 80% rule that we talked about yesterday, right? And we talked about yesterday, 6% is really what we're shooting for, so all these numbers are calculated only at 6%.
When you're done, can we have access to this so we don't have to write everything
You
down?
don't have to write
now?
a thing. This is a live spreadsheet on a live web page
Okay.
that I will write up here. It's actually very similar to this. This is what we use for candidates. What we use for consultants is you're already living for personalfreedom.com. So I'm living by that personalfreedom.com is where you'll be able to download this spreadsheet, play with
Thank
it,
you.
bring it to people in your team, et cetera. So
Thank you,
thank
Greg.
you for clarifying
Stephen.
that up front. And you can play with it. The way I've configured it right now is a little bit different than the way it shows up first from the website that you play with all
It's
the numbers.
actually a link
Is it
on,
capital letters?
Is it the
there
capital-
are lines, there's a link on it.
Yeah, the
This link is
capital
on
and
it.
lowercase does not matter.
Oh, it doesn't
Doesn't
matter.
matter. I just made it, that's a little easier to read it that way. I am
Oh, so-
living
But no
my.personalfreedom.com.
I, Gordon.
No spaces. I am living my.personalfreedom.com is
No
where,
spaces.
yeah, it's where this spreadsheet is. It's where we launched, to answer your question, Sparks. We do use GoPro as the way that we launch. You'll see this whole page is organized around the GoPro steps, and you will find down in there this spreadsheet in one of those steps. It's much like the Smart Start Guide and all the other ways to launch. There's not a lot of new here, right? We just made it live online to go back to it because as we learn a little bit more and tweak it, you'll see it occasionally changes as we get more effective, at the process as well. So, okay.
Nice.
I need that. Okay, so here's what happens. 2 a month, using 100 a month, buying their day pack. Your auto ship income at 6%, forgetting that sometimes it's 20% and all that other stuff. We're just using 6. This is minimum. This is understated. At 6% of ADCV, your auto ship based income is $1,076 per month for life and for life insurance and for generations to come, or if you choose to sell the business. Thank you, Denny, for that. Those additional things that you added yesterday. In your 6th month. So, would you do what it takes to get 2 consultants on board every month that are 100 auto ship to have $1,000 a month for the rest of your life? How many more years are you going to live? 50? Great. 50 times 12 is 600 times 1,000. That's worth $600,000. For 6 months, would you get 2 consultants on board on auto ship in their first month and 1 day pack in order to make a $600,000 lifetime return? Yeah? Okay. Now, the ROI on your initial investment from auto ship alone is not that high. You've gotten $1,000 a month in that month compared to this is what you laid out for auto ship through to that month plus your day pack. Okay? In CV. Now, however, in that last month, whoever joined your team down in your first 6 paid levels, because that's all that gets counted here, they all bought a day pack. Just the new people. Okay? They all bought a day pack times 6%. There's $4,000 in your check. But that only happens once, because they're buying the day pack once generally, right? Not every month for the rest of your life. So your total check in that month is $5,000. Okay? This is where we can often get distracted, because the bigger part of the check comes from the packs. But the lifetime comes from the auto ship. So you made $5,000 that month. Maybe you made $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 so far in your 6 months in Nikan. But that's different than $600,000 you're going to make from having locked in that auto ship as well. Right? That's why I thought this promotion was quite brilliant when it came out. Okay, what happens in the 7th month? So we're just saying 6 to 7. Your auto ship check triples to $3,000 a month for life. So that $600,000 just became $1.8 million for life if your check never goes up again for the next 50 years that you have on this planet. Okay? So 1.8 million from that, 12,000 from the day packs, the new day packs that got bought that month because everybody else got 2 more people on board, everybody on the team, including yourself. When you stop role modeling, your team made 2, right? Your total check from that month is 15,000. Okay? Your ROI is looking good across the board, on all this stuff, right? Looks low on the auto ship. Packs make it higher. That's the fast money, fast start, and the advantage that we have in Nikan that we talked about yesterday in this comp plan, right? This is just one way of using the comp plan. Companies supporting it with this promotion. I certainly support it because of the numbers that you're about to see. 15,000, okay? 8?
Question?
Yep.
I just want to confirm that these numbers automatically assume that by the 3rd time, you've had everybody that is coming on is doing the 2.
Yes. This is, the assumption is that the average in your organization is everyone is bringing on 2 who duplicate, 2 who follow through on their commitment and what's over here and duplicate what your role model.
Okay.
In reality, you're going to be bringing on 6 or 8 or 10 consultants. of which 2 that duplicate. They're the only 2 that matter to your income here and to their own income, because they've now made the commitment to make the same kind of income themselves. Everyone matters. Their health matters, their time with their family matters, an upfront check and then no more, that matters too. But if you're looking to a certain income level for life, duplicate this auto ship the way the promotion, suggests. Answer your
Yeah,
question?
it does.
Okay, any other questions? I'm gonna go quick through the next months. Just watch the numbers on the screen. That's month 7. So again, auto ship check for life, day pack check once, total check for that particular month. Ninth month, 10th month, 11th month, 12th month. Is there any reason that you might want to duplicate and have everyone on your team winning this 2 for the win program? Because your auto ship check in your 12th month, and them, the first ones that join you, 1 month later. That's why they should start sooner than later. We don't need a binary to force people in to this. We just need people to understand what's possible here. Because the ones who got in a month after you, this will be their check 1 month later. The ones that got in 6 months after you, this will be their check 6 months after you, if they duplicate this as well. $250,000 a month for the rest of your life. The new people that joined, they got a day pack, 6% of that, $645,000. Your check in that month is $890,000
Without
For-
any other purchases.
without any other purchases. And you know that they're all going to be buying wellness homes.
Yeah.
Because they're going to be hanging out, they're going to be doing enough with all of us in order to get more people in order to get their
Keep
2 in.
dancing.
And they keep hearing their stories of like, why in the hell haven't I bought a wellness home yet? And now they can afford it, right? So all those people that say, I can't afford
Let's
that,
get a new house and put it in.
absolutely, right? All those people that say to you, that stuff's too costly, I can't afford it. Great, let's solve that problem. Join me.
Absolutely.
Right? Join me. Right? Join me. Make a difference. I'm going to go off the rails here.
First
Because
time, right?
our
First
organization,
time.
or the way I coach our organization, is we do not tell anybody the Kensington Essential Pack exists. You know that Kensington Essential Pack's $398 worth of stuff for $199? And when I'm first telling people, it's like, what? You're costing them $199. I said, no, I'm making them $199,000.
Yeah.
Because if they buy that pack and delay the auto ship, you got to bring them in again to get their auto ship in the 2nd month. It's a lot more work for you. Your failure rate is a lot higher. You got them all jazzed up, excited, and they're not on auto ship. Okay? You make your own choice. We're all running our own businesses. We don't tell people that thing exists till after they're in and on. And now, Karen, now what's happening in our organization, because they came on and then found out that the pack, that Kensington Essentials pack exists. What's happening with Irene and Marcia?
They went crazy ordering it.
They ordered like 6 or 10 of them after they were in. These were their one-time purchases. Because they're like, oh yeah, it's a great deal in terms of their own use or a higher retail profit for Irene who's in Florida, whatever. But man, can you break the model with that pack if you're delaying the auto ship.
Well, okay, what I did with the auto ship recently, they still get the advantage of the $199 for, $3.99 pack. And a lot of items, actually, auto ship just not nutrition, you have to realize that.
Right.
Bracelet, there's a ton of stuff, so I still set them auto ship and it's a nutritional because I told them they can change. So they can still get both advantages, so that's what I did.
Awesome. Thank you, Wade. That's a really good point. One of the things that we're describing auto ship is just a box that goes from Beacon to your home once a month. If you want income, your responsibility is to fill that box with $100 worth of stuff. We have a ton of products, and you can put $100 worth of stuff in there. So yes, Wade, you're right. If you want to have that, what I would call more complex conversation, throw in some M-Strides and a band instead because you just bought your nutritionals at $199 off, and then come next month, make sure you change the box, get the nutritional in the box, get the hard goods out. I don't like to go there because it's extra work. I'd rather say, put your nutritionals in and like, you know, oh, okay, well, you can get more of those nutritionals for half price. So in your second box, now that you've started your nutritional box every month, in your second box, you just bought a whole, you know, you bought 6 months supply at half off, great. Because you can buy as many of these things as you want in your first, what is it, 60 days, these Kensington Essential Packs. So great. Then load up for the next 6 months and start changing your box in the second month. But for me, I prefer they have consumables in their first month, so we're setting them down the role modeling path. Because if they have to change every month, they can, and we want to make sure that they know that. But if they have to, it's more work in their head just as they're getting started. That's mine. And again, these are very, you know, personal. Okay. So I said $1 million. Whoops, and that's reading the wrong number. Anyway, the cumulative was there. But if you can imagine, if this is your check in the 12th month, your previous check is a third or whatever that, you're over $1 million in 1 year. Cumulatively as well, by just duplicating.
I'd be pretty happy
two
with
for the win.
$890 in that month. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. Anybody okay with $890 in that month?
Yeah,
Right? Okay. Is this possible? Is it possible for you?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you deserve that much money?
Yes.
Why?
Because I'm me.
Birthright.
Because I am.
Yeah! Give yourselves a hand.